New Miles Monday, we'll go miles on this ride. New Miles Monday, with some miles on the side.
I have the rare opportunity to have Yamaha Custom EX Alto, both version 1 and 2, in the shop right now. The subtle differences between the two models, that could be a video all on its own, but in this one I just want to focus on telling the difference between the two. So like if you had a Yamaha 875 EX Alto in front of you, how can you tell whether it's version 1 or version 2, or Mark 1 and Mark 2 as some people call it? I'm going to share with you exactly how I identify them. I think this is the most obvious thing just looking at them. Let's see if you can spot it. I'm going to focus kind of on the upper stack here. There's one of them. This is one that I recently cleaned, and this is one that's about to be cleaned. Do you notice anything between... Any differences between the two? So yeah, you're probably noticing that front F mechanism, right? So this one, where no part of the front F mechanism is attached to the upper stack here. It is completely on its own. It's got its own posts with a rod going through it, and the entire mechanism is just on that. Whereas it kind of shares on this one. See how the touch piece itself is actually attached to the upper stack, and then we've still got separate posts with a rod going through it to connect it over to the front F key. But I find that to be by far the easiest way to tell the difference between the two. And this one right here that's on screen that's already been cleaned, that is a version 2. And this one, where the entire front F mechanism is on its own with no part of it actually attached to the upper stack, that's a version 1. For me personally, I remember this because I have the my personal tenor is the original Yamaha Custom before they were doing the Z and the EX, and its front F mechanism looks like this. So I say, oh, that's kind of an older saxophone, so I remember the older version of the EX has the completely independent front F mechanism there, whereas the newer version doesn't look like my older saxophone, and it has a front F mechanism that is partially attached to the upper stack. So anyway, just wanted to show you that. That's just all this video is meant to do, is show you how to identify between the two, just quickly looking at an EX saxophone. It's pretty much everything else. Like, okay, yep, let's look at the bell, Custom EX, and let's look at the bell on this other one, Custom EX. Okay, that doesn't tell us very much. So that little subtle difference in the front F mechanisms, I personally think is by far the easiest way to tell the difference between what you've got. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. One more quick thing about identifying the difference between the version 1 and version 2 Yamaha Custom EX Alto saxophone. There's a bit of misinformation out there that you could identify it by the neck. The version 1 did originally come with a G1 neck. The version 2 comes with a V1 neck, which are sick, by the way. You should check those out. But before version 1 became version 2, they started coming with the V1 neck. So the version 1 could actually have either the G1 neck or the V1 neck. And this version 1, you can confirm it's the version 1 by that front F mechanism. Look at what it came with. A V1 neck. So later than the ones that came with the G1 neck. However, it is still firmly version 1. And it's also maybe not a great way to check too, because, you know, there's no telling, somebody might have replaced the neck at some point. The instrument came in that case. That doesn't mean it's now a Selmer saxophone. So pretty much anything that can be changed on the instrument, there is the possibility that it got changed. So great example here of not identifying the difference between the version 1 and version 2 strictly by the neck, because version 1s came with both a G1 neck and then later came with a V1 neck before they became version 2, all of which should be coming with the V1 neck.
New miles Monday, we'll go miles on this ride. New miles Monday, with some miles on the side.